Hello everyone and welcome to episode 40 of the TEW 2020 UJPW series here on the channels. It is the Royal Road Tournament, and what a tournament we have lined up for you. I mean, this is going to be pretty fucking awesome, if I do say so myself. I know the first one we did last year, 95, was a big success, and I'm hoping we have the same type of success here on this tournament, and I think we literally have the best of the roster in this tournament. It's going to be crazy. But I would be remiss if before we get into the tournament, if we just take a RIP, a rest in peace to fucking Don West. Oh man, that hurt to see. As far as Don's been struggling as of late, as far as back in remission, and it was just sad to see, especially again, like around the holiday season, going into the new year, you never want to hear something like that. Incredibly sad. As far as Don West, just as far as what a once-in-a-lifetime commentator, honestly. I know it's kind of weird to say, at the time, as far as someone that got into the internet wrestling bubble, the IWC, if you will, quote-unquote, during his prime and heyday, I don't think people really... I would say the general masses did not appreciate Don as much as they did after he was gone, because you just kind of look back at a lot of those clips. I don't know if it was because his style kind of was like a mirror of like Jim Ross as far as the excitement and the constant yelling and screaming, but listen, as far as I don't think there's been a better pairing of a voice and a product with Don West in the X Division mid-2000s TNA. Like, that was perfect. Literally perfect for those two. I mean, I remember probably until I take my last breath, as far as the first time I ever saw TNA was the summer of 2004, because I was at my grandma's house, and we would go there for the summer, just channel flipping. And they were on FS1 then. I was shocked, first of all, because when I got to the screen, it's like, holy shit, wrestling's on. But second of all, it's because Ron Killings was in the ring, fucking K-Quick, Big Pop, was like, all right, we gotta see this. And the six-sided ring, I was, at the time, as far as getting into lucha and Japanese pro wrestling, I was trying to watch just everything I possibly could. So that was a cool thing, because I was wanting to watch as far as much lucha as I could at that time. Not only like current lucha, like AAA and CMLL of the mid-2000s, but also the 90s stuff, as far as Los Gringos Locos and the early AAA stuff, and, as far as the early Rey Mysterio Jr. Psychosis and Rey Mysterio Jr. Juventud Guerrero matches and all that fun jazz in the 90s. Lucha doors, as far as from the people I grew up watching, the Eddies and the fucking Rey Mysterios and whatnot. But, so that was cool. And to hear Don West, man, as far as... It was always a knock for some odd reason, but honestly, I think that excitement of his is what I think fueled his greatness in a lot of ways, because, it's been so eloquently put, the man commentated like he was just seeing wrestling for the first time every time. It was perfect. Like, it was just the excitement they share, like, he was perfect for that style. And it's a damn shame that I don't think in the moment people really fucked with Don West as hard as they should have, because definitely now, kind of looking at the landscape of just what wrestling has become, and also, I would just say, in my lifetime, from the mid-90s till now, I would say he's probably the third best color commentator as far as US goes of that time period, which is kind of crazy to think. Lawler had a good couple of years, but then by the turn of the 2000s, once he kind of came back to fill in for Heyman, that's kind of when I think he started going the opposite way of what made him so great in the late 90s. But, as far as in Bobby Heenan, of course, tremendous. Paul Heyman, I would say, is probably, which is crazy because both Paul and Bobby, I'm sure, I would say most promoters would have probably put them as a manager, not as a commentator. So that's why I always kind of highly regard Don West, as far as he actually, just as far as like an actual like commentator. Like that would be his job description for sure. But just a fascinating kind of career he had before, got into wrestling. Was like a QVC gimmick. I don't think it was actually QVC, but like a kind of Chicago-based like QVC show where you're selling like baseball cards and like basketball cards, and just as far as that's kind of what made him, after the commentary run with TNA, that was kind of what that was, as far as what helped TNA a lot during the turn of the decade, as far as the early 2010s, those fucking brown paper bag specials. He was a hell of a salesman, but just incredible career. That he definitely, people now that I think, I don't know if it was because of during that time period when it was WWE versus TNA, and that was kind of all that was talked about, like, oh, this is, this brand's better, this brand. And getting away from that and just kind of seeing the product now, it's honestly some of the best shit of that decade for sure. Like, it's him and Tenay were tremendous, and from that time period, obviously the X Division, when you have AJ, Samoa Joe, literally the best, some of the best, I would say, some of the best in-ring talent for that time period in the same ring with those commentators. It's just a perfect recipe, and of course, TNA fucks it up, but that's alright. That's a story for another time. That's just, as far as a synopsis of what happened. That X Division should have been a much bigger deal. They should have had that be the main belt and not the NWA title. And then once they made their own TNA heavyweight title, obviously that became the main thing. And the X Division just kind of went to the wayside after that. Because it was so perfect. It was literally, they didn't really know how to explain it. Because they're just like, oh, it's the X Division. It's not about weight limits. It's about no limits. It's literally the style of wrestling. It was the independent style at that time is what those guys were working. Obviously, kind of fast-paced, a lot of crazy shit, a lot of innovative stuff, some high-flying and stuff, but obviously, guys like Samoa Joe that could move that fast, or guys like Abyss who could move that fast and were awesome. Like, that's it was literally like a worker's belt, quote-unquote, and they just didn't know kind of how to market that, and also, I think also because Jarrett was the promoter and also most of the time the champion, that always got top billing, which I always thought was a mistake, but that's, again, it is what it is. That's TNA for you. I can't believe they're still in business. But enough about that. Listen, rest in peace to the great Don West. Forever will be missed. Incredible talent. Seemed like an incredible person from all I have seen from people that worked with him, alongside him, and as far as he just will be incredible. I don't think there will ever be a commentator that will get a grasp on wrestling so quickly that from somebody that did not come from that background, like Don West. In my lifetime, I would say, just the excitement, because just everybody just seems so flatlined now. Unlike Don, man, Don was at an 11, and even though, listen, if you don't remember the heel run shit, oh my god, it's so entertaining, and a lot of it is fucking definitely should not have been done, but it is highly entertaining, some of the shit he would say. Literally one episode, he stumbles in midway through the show from the bar, Tenay tells him the main event, and he just goes, Tenay, I don't think that sounds really interesting. Just buries the main event of your product. Just hilarious that they greenlit that idea, first of all, but he was highly entertaining, and that commentary team, though, I'm so happy also, too, before, one last thing, Impact, when they showed that little highlight video for Don at the anniversary show this year, that was really special, and that was so awesome to see, because so rarely do you get to see someone getting their flowers while they're still with us, from especially a wrestling organization. And I thought that was very, very special of them to do, because he played a major part in their success. I would definitely say that. As far as being him and Tenay were tremendous, and they were the perfect guys, I think, to commentate for that era of independent. Well, I wouldn't say independent. Basically, TNA then, it was broadcasting the internet independent wrestling world. Getting guys from Ring of Honor, getting guys from PWG and getting guys from kind of all over the world too at the same time. That they were doing what obviously now AEW has done as far as taking what was done in Reseda. Obviously, as far as Tony Khan, he took, he took inspiration after seeing Jericho and Omega at Wrestle Kingdom, which is, I would say, sure, that might have gave it, but really, when you look at that roster and you look at some of the style that they work, a lot of it can be traced back to the early 2010s, Reseda PWG stuff. Obviously, the Bucks' influence and Omega's influence and a lot of the roster, of course, kind of got there. I would say that's how they got the majority of their work, because a lot of them, obviously, as far as maybe Chikara guys or maybe bounce around here or there. Once Chikara folded, they kind of went that way to PWG. But I guess enough about I just kind of went on a huge tangent, but let's get into the tournament now. The Royal Road Tournament, the 1996 Royal Road Tournament, as our first round matches are as followed. Dr. Dusty Williams versus Steven Regal, Stan Hansen versus Masahiro Chono, Jushin Liger versus Norman Smiley, Hiroshi Hase versus Hayabusa, Dean Malenko versus Mitsuharu Misawa. What a match that is. Especially for 1996, that's a legit, everybody's flocking to get a Japanese VHS tape of this. They are tape trading to see this match. Kensuke Sasaki to Akira Taue, Ultimo Dragon the Great Muta. That is a fun-ass match right there. That is, that's incredible. First of all, I love that match to death. I hope that goes well. Terry Funk and Shinya Hashimoto as well. So we see the All-Asia Heavyweight Champion. Of course, winner of this gets a unified Grand Heavyweight title matchup. So that's why Kawada is not in the tournament, obviously. But still, this is a hell of a first round. And I would say legitimately, you could argue probably any of the 16 here, as far as these 16 guys, any one of them could realistically be the winner, and it wouldn't be that far-fetched. And I think that's, at the end of the day, when you're thinking of a tournament, that's what it should be about. That should be your goal, your mindset, especially when it's something like this, where the winner gets a heavyweight title shot. You want to have everybody be a believable contender, and you want to make sure everybody can have a believable title reign if they do, in fact, win this and beat Toshiaki Kawada. So that's just kind of a little, as far as behind the curtain thinking, I guess, if you will. Well, inside baseball, maybe. I don't know. I'm still buzzing off the Down West talk. But we must push forward to our Royal Road shirt. Yeah, in the 97, which was Quad and Dean Malenko. Malenko's going to get another main event, because it's going to be him and Misawa as the main FX. Well, I guess they gotta watch it on FX. They don't even have to tape trade it. But, yeah, everyone's gonna be tuning in. Oh, on prime time, too. Y'all get the deal. A fucking deal. Backstage incident, though. Who's it gonna be? Asked Taue, passing on microphone work. Oh, no, psychology, rather, to Masato Tanaka. Man, main event, though. Misawa, Dean Malenko at the top. Fantastic. Misawa's going to beat him in 28 minutes. I thought about it. Gave it a real hard thought as far as maybe giving Dean that win. Just couldn't. Just couldn't pull the trigger. The Ultimo Dragon, the Great Muta, though, has to be the co-main just because I love this match. Great Muta's going to beat Ultimo Dragon. We will go with... I like that Liger-Norman Smiley match. This match makes a lot of sense. And Liger gets the win. Finally, one of the juniors wins in the first round as the Junior Heavyweight Champion, advancing to the second round. Hiroshi Hase and Hayabusa. Hase beats Hayabusa. That's another very good matchup. We'll probably go with Hansen and Chono here. Stan Hansen's going to get the win at 26 minutes. Steven Regal, Steve Williams, Dr. Death winning and advancing. Terry Funk and Shinya Hashimoto, the All-Asia Heavyweight Champion, advancing to the next round. And our opener, Steal the Show matchup. Kensuke Sasaki, Akira Taue. Taue's going to beat him. They are 1-1 singles matches. Both have been from the Champion Carnival matches. So it's a nice little tiebreaker match here for them. We'll see how it goes. We had to have a Steal the Show match. And, I mean, it's not a bad Steal the Show match. It could be a lot worse. So we're good on time. We just got to change red shoes. Given too much. Yeah, there's Kyo Iwata. See, yeah, there's red shoes. I'll give this to Black Cat. Assuming, oh no, it's perfect. Hell yeah. Tokyo Dome, bitches. That's crazy, 70. Because we accidentally picked the venue, or we picked just generic Kanto, Japan, and not the Tokyo Dome. Should be a good first night here. We'll see. And 80 for the opener. Kira Taue beats Kinsuke Sasaki. It's a good little opener for Taue. Dynamic Bomb in 11:51. It's a good match. Got the crowd buzzing. We'll take it. 94 for Terry Funk and Shinya Hashimoto. Hashimoto with the jumping spike DDT in 24:31. Down goes the veteran. So 98 for Doc and Steven Regal. My God, 93's both guys. Could have went either way. Dr. Bomb for Steve Williams, and he's advanced to the next round. So 99 for Stan Hansen and Masahiro Chono. Stan Hansen with the lariat over Masahiro Chono, 26:02. It's a fun little match, though. 92 for Hase and Hayabusa. Hayabusa outperformed him. That could have been fun. But Hase gets the win, Northern Light Suplex. And actually, I would kind of love to see this finish. As far as Hayabusa goes for the 450, misses into the Northern Light Suplex. Now, it would be crazy if he was going for, like, something, like, from the top rope while Hase standing, and he catches him into a Northern Light Suplex, but I don't think Hayabusa really... He did that missile drop kick, but that was about it. It really nothing that, like, would have made sense for him to catch him like that. That would have been, like, a crossbody or something. Even then, that probably would have took too long to set up, but it was a wishful thought. For Northern Light Suplex. Brainbuster for Liger, Norman Smiley, as, that's a nice little 90 rating as Liger gets the win, advances to the next round. Sucks that Norman was a little bit off his game, but still a good little matchup. Now, 99 again. Fuck yeah. They have great chemistry. Muda with the Muda lock over Ultimo Dragon. I mean, yeah. Yeah, this match fucking rocks. This is, yeah, that's incredible. Let's see how the main event does. At 99 as well, as Masawa beats Dean Malenko. 1 point difference. That was very, very close. It is cool that Dean Malenko also does the Tiger Driver, too. He was awesome, though, in the fact that he could set it up into the Cloverleaf, though, which is... I kind of wish Masawa would have done something like that. But then that probably would have been blatantly ripping off Dean Malenko, so I don't know, at the same time. Malenko's the man. What a show. What a show. 98. We were so goddamn close to that 99. If we put Liger and Norman, swapped it with Stan Hansen and Masahiro Chono, but I also don't think that would have resulted in 99s, though, in that same breath. Just sucks, because Norman, if he was on his game, would have been a little bit better of a matchup, but man. I mean, what a first day. That's obviously going to be super tough to top. Man, as far as, Muda and Ultimo Dragon probably should get them, as far as a lot of praise. Yeah, we'll give some love to Stan Hansen. I mean, that was a pretty big thing to do as far as getting a great rating out of Masahiro Chono like that. Man. Well, that's going to be tough to top. I don't think we're topping it. As far as we'll give it the good old college try. But that is definitely, I would say, the show of the year of 1996. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it now as far as that is. Because there's no way a computer is going to have a better show than that. Like, there's just no way. Just not a damn way that is going to happen. But on to night 2 we go. As far as the second round matches, I will tell you them really quickly. As it's going to be Dr. Death Steve Williams versus Stan Hansen. Jushin Thunder Liger versus Hiroshi Hase. Mitsuo Masawa versus Akira Taue. And then the Great Buddha versus Shinya Hashimoto. The Three Musketeers, well, 2/3 of the Musketeers, battling it out in the next round to see who is going on to the quarterfinal. Oh, no, the semifinals. This is the quarterfinals. The semifinals. As, on to night 2 we go. Alrighty, night 2. We have everything pre-booked. As we will be running Osaka-jo Hall, though, since obviously we just ran the Tokyo Dome. Which, I mean, that's crazy. Popularity's almost in the hundreds. 80,000 people, Jesus Christ. Osaka-jo Hall, perfect. Oh, backstage insight, completely missed that. Oh, a couple of them. Taz and Stan Hansen. Taz brought for Wrestler's Court, accused of moaning about stuff all the time, bumping on house out, being just Debbie Downer. Way to go, Taz. The judge, Stan Hansen, found him guilty, and sends no shut up or cheer up and buy drinks right after the show. Dean Malenko, though, wants to put over the Great Sasuke. Fuck yeah. Great Sasuke's my guy, so that is perfect. So yeah, the main event, honestly, I'm loving this Doc Stan Hansen match. This is pretty awesome. Trying to think, it's happened in the Champion Carnival. Probably the only other time it's happened is in the Champion Carnival setting. Yep, Stan's 1 and Doc is 1. So yeah, they're 1-1 in singles competition. Until now, Dr. Death's going to get that second win over Stan Hansen. Stan Hansen's going to be a little unhappy, but that's alright. We will keep the punches rolling. Liger and Hase will be the co-main. Hiroshi Hase going to beat Jushin Liger there. Big win for Hase. Going into the semifinals. Masao and Taue. Masao's going to get the win. Maybe we should have Masao and Taue be the co-main. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Then the Great Muta and Shin Hashimoto. Now, unfortunately, they don't have great chemistry. But we'll just have them be a steal of the show matchup. And the Great Muta is going to get the win over Shin Hashimoto. So there's a future All-Asia Heavyweight title match right there. If we shall choose. Now, the undercard. So we have a debutee in Muhammad Yon. So I always say Muhammad Yon, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Yone, as I've always heard it different ways. I don't know. I just go with what I feels in my gut with a lot of those pronunciations. Because half the time they're just fucking wrong. Maybe, yeah, we'll try the 6-man first. It's Junior 6-man Technical Technician Squad in Ultimate Dragon Super Astro and El Dandy. Since El Dandy's leaving us, unfortunately, we'll have Otani get the win there. And we'll go Blonde Bombers versus the Fantastics. Jericho's going to beat Tommy Rogers. That's a big win. Oh, that's right, Chris Candido's, yeah, I've completely forgot about that. He is MIA. He is in rehab. Completely forgot about that. So the Blonde Squad, they're still going to get the win. Just obviously not be the Blonde Bombers. Holy Demon Army versus oh, I forgot we don't need El Dandy in this match anymore. Yeah, let's just use Firecat for the sake of using somebody. Perfect. As Masato Tanaka's going to beat Hanaga, and then Vampiro versus Marmignon. As Vampiro, of course, going to get the win. We'll see how Marmignon does in his debut. Okay, we're good to go. We're just, you know, it's a little fucked up, the pre-booking page. But other than that, we're good to go. Let's run this show. 55 of the opener. Jesus Christ. Marmignon, really off his game, gets a 22 in that matchup. Not great. Not great at all. Not a great way to start the show. An 80 for the next matchup. Look at Masato Fuchiga with a 94. Him, Masato Tanaka killing it here. Tornado DDT for Masato Tanaka over Noria Hanaga, which Tanaka at least is in the 60s now because of the excellent chemistry boost. So that's nice to see. Jericho and Johnny Ace against Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers. We're trying with Jericho. You know, we're trying to get him in that right direction. Still, I mean, I would say a believable not a believable main event, a believable upset, but not crazy at the same time. That probably shouldn't have been a thing, but that's alright though. An 80 for the 6-man tag of Technical Tactician Squad in El Dandy, Ultimate Dragon Super Astro. Otani with the Cobra Clutch over El Dandy. Some good stuff. Astro and Ultimate Dragon doing a very good job in that matchup. 79 for Hashimoto and the Great Muta. Too short for an important match in the eyes of the audience, but that's okay. Obviously they don't click, but Muta still gets the win with the Muta lock at 9:43. He did outperform him. So right guy wins. 95 for Liger and Hase. Could have went either way. 93s across the board. Hase gets the win with the Northern Light Suplex still in 24-25. And a 99 for Masawa and Taue. Completely forgot they had good chemistry. So there is that. I'm glad this was now the co-main. Could have been the main, in all honesty. As Masawa beating Akira Taue with the Tiger Driver in 26-26. Our main event is a 99 though still. As Dr. Death Steve Williams beating Stan Hansen with the Dr. Bomb. 93s across the board yet again. And, yeah, 97. They did, I mean, it was close. It was close. If they had chemistry, we might have had a chance to go for the 98. Or if that opener didn't suck. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So we're going to put over Masawa, we're going to put over Taue. And, man, it's tough, you know, as far as we put over Stan. So I guess we'll put over Steve. Just feels like that's the right call. Man, as far as we are just rolling, though, nights 1 and 2. Absolutely rolling. So, for the semifinal matchups, it will be Dr. Death Steve Williams versus Hiroshi Hase, and then Mitsuha Masawa versus the Great Muta. So, big-time matches there. And we'll see. As far as, I've kept what's going to be on the card the final card pretty close to the chest, as far as, mainly because I really have no idea what I want to do yet still, which is not a great sign. It's only the 2 shows away, but I'll figure something out. And so yeah, on to night 3. We go the semifinal night of the 1996 Royal Road Tournament. Alrighty, as for night 3, not sure we're going to run it. I guess, yeah, the Tribute. We'll just keep on following the same schedule that we ran last year. Makes sense. But yeah, this is obviously the semifinal night. We'll see who will the finals be. And we also have some matches to build up towards for the final show. So that's fun as well, as far as the non-tournament matches. This is also El Dandy's last night in the company. So he will be taking the pinfall loss to somebody. Not exactly sure who yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. It's the Nagoya Civic General Gymnasium. Alrighty. So the main event, we'll probably go Misawa Muda. That just makes sense. Muda gets the win over Mitsuo Misawa. That's a huge win. First of all, Dr. Death Steve Williams versus Hiroshi Ase. Dr. Death Steve Williams beating Hiroshi Ase. What a win that is. My God. Yeah, that is massive. Absolutely massive. So we're going to have Doc versus Muda in the main event of the Royal Road Finals. It's massive. Absolutely massive. For both guys there. That's a huge opportunity. The rest of the card, as far as we're going to have a tag match, 3 Musketeers, Shin Yashimoto, Masayo Chono versus the Super Generation Army, as Koji Kanemoto and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi are going to team up. Chono's going to beat one half of the tag team champions. He's going to beat Koji Kanemoto, as then we're going to have Hanson Spivey versus the British Combat Club. A little build-up matchup, of course, one half of the All-Asia Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, and Hanson. There's Norman Spivey is going to beat Dan Spivey in 20 minutes. Ooh, and then we have so we have a big-ass 8-man tag. The Headhunters, the Gladiator Titans versus the Miracle Vines Alliance, and the Can-Am Express, as the Headhunters will get the win. Headhunter Gladiator Titan team. Headhunter A is going to beat Terry Gordy in 20 minutes. Yeah, then we'll have this 2 Cold Scorpio Great Sasuke Pegasus Dean Malenko matchup as Dean. Think we're not going to do that. Yeah, I think we're going to change that out, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. As, yeah, let's do Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. That's a fun little tag match. I like that. As 2 Cold Scorpio gonna get the win over Jinsei Shinzaki. Nicely done. Then the singles matchup, Timon Honda, Iizuka. Iizuka's gonna get the win over Timon Honda, and to open up the show, 6-man tag, Tenkoji with Yuji Nagata taking on Akatoshi Saito, Super Strong Machine, and El Dandy. Definitely the thrown together team there on the right, as Nagata's going to beat El Dandy. Let's try and help build them up. Yeah, we need a Steal the Show match, though. Did not even think about that. Yeah, let's have it be this, actually. It'll be a fun Steal the Show matchup. Alrighty. Good to go. So this is the, let's just bring this up. So this is the card, the Royal Road Show card, as a main event, of course, the finals of the tournament. Dr. Death Steve Williams with Great Mood. Winner, of course, takes on Toshiaki Kawada at the October Giant Series. So that should be exciting to see which one of those 2 men will take on Toshiaki Kawada. UJPW Tag Team Title Matchup, Shin Yashimoto Masayo Chono versus Masawa and Koji Kanemoto. Obviously, a little fallback after Chono beat Kanemoto, so we're going to get a tag matchup there. Masawa having to have a busy tour, having 3 singles matches and now having a tag team title matchup as well. Very, very busy. Junior Heavyweight title matchup, Wild Plexus versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Reason why this is happening is because Wild Plexus beat Liger during the Best Super Juniors. So we get the trilogy, since they actually they had a singles match earlier in the year, in February, I want to say. Might have been January, where Liger actually beat Wild Pegasus. So look, that's going to be nice to see. British Combat Club versus Stan Hansen and Johnny Ace for the All-Asia Heavyweight Tag Team titles. The Holy Demon Army versus the Super Generation Army in a 6-man tag. That's going to be Kobashi in his return from being concussed. It's going to be Kobashi, Kikuchi, and Jun Akiyama versus the Holy Demon Army of Gary Albright, Terry Gordy, and Taz. Or no, not Terry Gordy and Taz. Oh my god, that's the Miracle Violence Alliance. Holy Demon Army of Tosha Kawada, Kira Taue, Masato Fuji. Rather, excuse me, as JPW Junior Tag Team title matchup, Two Cold Scorpio, the Great Sasuke, the team you just saw, getting a win on this night, are going to take on Ultimate Dragon and Super Astro. And the Fighting World of Choshu vs. Miracle Violence Alliance to kick off the show. As I just realized, I think we are short a match. Yes, we are. We need one more match. We'll figure something out once we get to the show. As, I can't believe that. I just didn't realize that. But that's okay, though. It's an easy fix. But yeah, we can run this show, though, for night 3. It's a 65 for the opener. Usually got it pinning El Dandy. He's usually got it with a 51. El Dandy, best guy in the match. Hate to see him go. Of course, going to WCW, making a shit ton of money. Suzuka beating Tomonanda with the blockbuster holds. Tomonanda's getting a little better. Slowly but surely. 79 here for the Great Sasuke and Two Cold Scorpio against Jinsei Shinzaki and Hayabusa. That's a good little tag team matchup, though, for Two Cold Scorpio and the Great Sasuke. As Scorpio with the Scorpio Splash in 12:38. Oh, that's right. I remember the opener. I just never remembered it. I don't know why I didn't copy it over. It's Brad Armstrong versus Dean Malenko in a junior heavyweight matchup. Can't believe I just remembered that. And Gary Albright gets hurt. God damn it. And it's a major concussion. Shit. Well, that's going to change the card up. Fuck. Damn. That sucks for Gary Albright, though. Because that means he's out of the tag league. And that's a big opportunity for Terry Gordy to step up and be able to team with Doc, though. So that's going to be awesome. Man, Big Titan's the one who caused it. Holy shit. 99, though, for Stan Hansen and Dan Spivey against the British Combat Club. Norman Conquest with Norman Smiley there. Of course, what a team, the British Combat Club. Had a hell of a first half of the year. Potentially might get some more gold here in at the Royal Road Tournament show. Obviously, the finals. As Shinya Hashimoto, Masahiro Chono beating Koji Kanemoto and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. Decent little matchup there. Koji Kanemoto with a win with a... Masahiro Chono, rather, getting a win over Koji Kanemoto with a Yakuza kick. Just got all tongue-tied there in an 89. A lack of selling on display here, but Dr. Death with the backdrop driver. Fuck yeah. That rules. And our main event, a 98. Muda gets them with the moonsault over Mitsuhara Misawa. It's crazy they have good chemistry. Because, yeah, they didn't have a singles match. That's wild. I don't know if they even shared the ring together, to be honest. So, yeah, that was definitely a game-generated one. That's super cool, though. Obviously, two legendary figures of the Japanese pro wrestling world. What a main event. I mean, what a show. What a couple of shows. From a 98 to a 97 to 96. If the pattern keeps going, it's going to be a 95, but I'm hoping for that 99. I'm really hoping for it. Hopefully, it's a banger. As again, Misawa and the Great Muta getting some love. And we'll give some love to Norman. Yeah. Norman's the guy, of course. The man, the legend. I don't know why it didn't copy over the Brad Armstrong-Dean Malenko matchup, but that is the opener. Because I'm now looking at the... Yep, there it is. It is right there. Just didn't get copied over. Well, that's okay, though. That's still a great opener. A little junior heavyweight matchup. Since we only had 2 singles matches on the card, figure a third one would be nice, but... Yeah, we'll have to probably replace the Fighting World Choshu team. Not exactly... Or the Miracle Violence Alliance team. Not exactly sure who they'll be replaced with, but... Because Gary Albright will definitely not be ready to go. And so on to the show, though. Hoping for a bang. Alrighty, the finals is upon us. Let's see what we get. FX. Bone TV. Our YouTube America deals are going to run out, which is fine, because obviously we are moving on to bigger and better fish in the sea. But man, crazy to think that that only got a 93, to be honest, when looking back at that. But this is a crazy card. The card we have, I don't know if it's going to be better than that, to be honest, on paper. We'll see. As Tommy Rogers brought forward Wrestlers Court, accused of failing to pick up his share of the tab on the shared rental cars. The judge Stan Hansen found him good the incentive to pay the full cost and reimburse his travel partners. So obviously, the main event, to see who's taking on Tosha Kawada. Is it Steve Williams? Is it the Great Muta? Is Dr. Death the first Gaijin to win this fucking thing? And, you know, I think this is so well deserved. way overdue for this man to win something singles-wise. He's been incredible for a long fucking time in the series, and he finally gets the big win over the Great Muta in the main event. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And Hashimoto and Shono against Masawa and Koji Kanemoto, as Masawa and Koji Kanemoto will retain on the first day here, of their first defense, rather, not the first day, just their first ever defense. We're going to give them a little bit more time, though. 20 minutes is a little low. 28 minutes, Masawa's going to beat Shono. As then we're going to have the Wild Pegasus Jushin Liger Jr. heavyweight matchup. Liger's going to get the win there. 24 minutes. Then the All Asia tag team title matchup, and probably going to be the best match on the whole entire card. British Combat Club versus Stan Hansen, Johnny Ace. We have new All Asia tag team champions. And they had a good little run. Hansen, Johnny Ace. Was it 3 defenses, I want to say? Yep. 112 days. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's a nice, 3 defenses is usually the cap that I like doing for these tag belts. It's a nice little, it helps get them elevated into, because the last time we've had someone have even more than 4 was 93, 94. So it's been a hot minute. 3's kind of the cap that we like doing. But the British Combat Club, I mean, who knows with them? They might keep those belts until the end of the series. They might have the belts for 4 years at that rate, because they are just a crazy, crazy team. So the Super Generation Army, Holy Demon Army matchup, the 6-man tag. Kawada's going to beat Jun Akiyama there in 20 minutes. Then we're going to have the Junior Tag Team title matchup. Two Cold Scorpio, the Great Sasuke, Ultimate Dragon Super Astro. Ultimate Dragon Super Astro will retain. That is like their 7th, 8th defense now. They have been winning everything. Yeah, 7th defense. What a run. They've been incredible. They should honestly be the first contenders of the British Combat Club at this rate. They have been incredible. The Fighting World of Choshu versus Satoshi Kojima, Hiroshi Tenzan, Yuji Nagata. This should probably start the show off, actually, as they are the replacement team instead of the Miracle Violence Alliance. It is this team, as Kinsuke Sasaki is going to beat Yuji Nagata. Dean Malenko versus Brad Armstrong, though. Crazy this is the first time meeting. Crazy. They have had a 8-man in a tag match against each other. That is it. In 95 and 96. They finally meet, and Dean Malenko's going to beat him. That should be a banger. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah, that's definitely going to be the opener now. Osamu. Kido was given too much, though, as a road agent. Hopefully he's not got... Oh, he does have the main. Kind of want that to be Kyoiwada, and then... Let that be Baba. Perfect. You know, we'll add some pre-show matches since this was such a short tour. Go with a tag as the first one. Yeah, we got Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. Let's have them take on the Fantastics. So we'll give Hayabusa a win. Just because Hayabusa's OG. It's the fucking man. Good win. Awesome. So Mohamed Yon is taking an MMA fight. Funny enough, as I think a lot of people that have been kind of watching Japanese pro wrestling the last probably decade are probably shocked by that. So yeah, that's how we got to start as a MMA guy in the mid-90s. But we're going to have him team up with Damon Honda. They will lose, though, unfortunately, as we will have them lose to the Yamasaki... Oh, that's right. Kiyoshi Tamura's back. Yeah, we'll go with the Tamura Usama Nishimura team, actually. The Young Guns. They're going to kill it. They will kill it. We'll give him 10 minutes. Kiyoshi Tamura, it's his return from injury. Or was it the MMA fight camp? I kind of forgot now. Let's see. Yes, it was the MMA camp. Alright. But that's a great win, though. And that's a fun match, though. They kind of meshed together really well. QQ has, yeah, we're gonna run the... Oh my god, 90,000 people. That's fucking crazy. Crazy. I wonder, how's our pop in the US now? It's getting there. I mean, we could realistically... We could probably... I mean, we could run the ECW Arena and sell it out. I feel like it's... I literally see, like, the same venues in every fucking mod. Well, It's the same fucking thing. You fucks. Can't be... They all can't be winners as far as... listen. Mods are tough. Mods are tough. Especially venues. Now, I mean, venues are super tough to do. But yeah, we're good to go. This is all squared away. Let's run it. First two pre-show matches, 64. The first one, Kyoshi Tamura getting the submission win over Tomohon Honda. Probably should have been over Marmignon, but that's okay. Tomohon Honda's getting better, though. He's almost in the 60s. 78 for Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki against Bobby Fulton and Jackie Fulton. Falcon Arrow from Hayabusa in 10 minutes. Steal the show matchup in the opener. Crazy, this was still considered an important matchup because Hase is super over. That's probably why. But yeah, Hase and Kensuke Sasaki did really well there. It's Kensuke Sasaki with the Stranglehold Gamma over Yuji Nagata. Commentary gave that a boost. It sucks that Tenkoji didn't really put their best effort into this one. Because they're getting better. They're just not at that level, obviously, of Choshu and... or not Choshu, of Kensuke Sasaki and Hiroshi Hase. 93 for Dean Malenko, Brad Armstrong, yeah. Makes sense. Brad Armstrong taking the loss there, taking the Texas Clover Leaf. 89 for the Junior Tag Team title matchup. Lack of psychology at times, I can see that, but Super Astro and Ultimate Dragon getting the win. It's the Astro Sisters for Super Astro. Defense number 7 for them. Jesus Christ. They have ran through just about everybody in the Junior Tag Team division. Well, goddamn, a 99 for the Super Generation Army, Only Demon Army matchup. A story that has been told literally from the beginning of the fucking save. Actually, no, that was back when it was Saruta gun in Super Generation Army. Now it's, you know, obviously when that change happened, that's when that story began. But, yeah, Kobashi with a 98 in his return. Kawada with a 97. Taue is getting better, but he ties Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. Jun Akiyama's in the 80s now. That's awesome to see. Good shit. Another 99 for the All-Asia Tag Team title matchup as British Combat Club beating Stan Anderson and Johnny Ace. 199 for Norman and Regal. Yeah, that's crazy. What a team. Another 99 is Jushin Liger beating Wild Bexus with Brainbuster in 24 minutes. I mean, this crowd is rocking in the Tokyo Dome for this one. Jesus Christ. A 96 for our co-main event as Masao and Koji Kanemoto get the win over Shin Yoshimoto, Masahiro Chono. The Three Musketeers coming up short here. They're off their game. Fucking bastards. Because this could have been like a 99 had they been on their game. But it is what it is. Tiger Driver, though, from Masawa. Their first defense of their tag team title run. In our main event, a 99. Muda does outperform him. That was a tough one. That was a tough one to decide, to be honest. 60-minute time limit on this. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. Because I know that I wanted to have the tournament matches be 30, but then the final be 60. You know, kind of like how New Japan does their New Japan Cup. But Backdrop Driver, though, for the win for Dr. Death. You love to see it. You love to see it. Doc and Muda had a banger. And, man, that card, 98. I mean, what a run from this match on. I mean, we can't really go wrong with a lot of this roster, so there is that. But, Jesus Christ. So, we see the main event as far as for the October Giant Series. Doc versus Kawada. That's a fun match, though. They're going to beat the fuck out of each other. So that's fun. As far as new All-Asia Tag Team Champions, Hashimoto has a potential Asia Heavyweight title matchup with the Great Muta. So there is that. Yeah, we got a big-time matchup, for sure, with on that card. You know, as far as with Doc and Kawada. That's major. Absolutely major. He'll be the first Gaijin, potentially, to win the Unified Grand Heavyweight title. So there is that. So Doc is chasing history. This is crazy because he didn't even get to win the Triple Crown. Since, obviously, we unified the belts. But, man, it's going to be major. Going to be major. First singles title run in the save, potentially there. And Kawada, his run has been very good so far. Even though he's only had the one defense, and he's kind of been protected a little bit because of some of the scheduling, but all around, I would say he's done a phenomenal job. And, man, I feel like we have to put over Regal, probably. Like, that was just incredible that got a 99 with the 199, because we put over Norman the last show. But thank you all for watching. What a episode. Episode 41. I said 40 in the beginning. I fucked it up. That's on me, but that's okay. You guys know it's at 41 because it says in the episode title, but that's okay. On to the October Giants series, and we're just a couple tours away from 1997. Hard to believe we're about to be in 97. I can't believe it. Cannot believe it. How many shows have we ran? Because we've probably around 500. I think that's where we were last time I checked. Yeah, 513 to be exact. Not bad at all. But, I mean, we are just, rolling. It could either be the finals or night one as far as the best show of the year. Goddamn. But now, we have the, Giant series to look forward to. Exciting stuff happening. And it'll be the first episode of 2023. As we see the last episode of 2022 here, and the last thing ever uploaded on the channel for 2022. Hope you all have a great New Year's. Hope you all have a safe New Year's. And we'll catch you guys next time in the new year. Take care, everyone.